probably turn this off. Hello? Hey guys and gals. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button and comment something down below to let me know that you're here. I'm doing a Q&A on my Instagram, which if you don't follow me, you should. I'll put my name like right here probably, and also in my description box. Ask my lovely followers to send me questions that they want me to answer on this Q&A, because I didn't want to be basic and like go on Google and do like the basic there's like a list of Q&A questions that like a lot of content creators do whenever they're whatever. I didn't want to do that. I decided to give everyone an opportunity to answer that they actually want answers to, versus me assuming y'all want to know how old I am or something. I don't know. Excuse me, I need to work on my manners. Forgive me. I have to do my Black business shout out. I was gonna say of the week, but I don't know if I'm gonna be on a weekly basis just yet. But for this video, so this week I'm shouting out this business owned by lovely Black woman. This Black woman owned. They're called Legendary Rootz. I'll put their name on the screen as well. And they just sell like t-shirts, hoodies, tumblers, like desk accessories, and things like that. And I'm wearing the shirt that I'm wearing today, in case y'all forgot. It's from them, and it says Black Lives Matters, always has, always will, period, no questions asked. If that's problematic for you, then you can go. This t-shirt was $25, and I don't think anything, I think all their t-shirts are $25 unless it's like some special holiday or something like that, like something of that nature, then it might be $30. They're pretty decently priced, and then they have all types of other accessories, and then every week they send out like a free wallpaper that you can use on your phone to empower like Black women. It's very pro-Black women, which makes sense. They're Black women owned, and it's just really cool. And I love their Instagram. They post like inspirational things and like motivational things and like things that I sometimes need to hear. But yeah, that's my Black business for this video. I'll link them down below. So that's my shout out. And I have my laptop right here. Oh shoot, because I have the screenshots of these questions y'all asked me right here. So I think I'm just gonna do them random kind of ish. Someone asked if you could shrink any animal to fit on the palm of your hand, what would it be and why? It would be a hippo. At one point I was really pushing for trying to get a baby hippopotamus, because I think they're cute as babies. Once they get big, they kind of scare me. No, I'll probably do an alpaca. Oh my gosh. Between those two, either hippo or alpaca are the two animals that I shrink to fit into my hand, because they just be so cute. Oh, anyway, but I really have no real reason why. Those are just, I just like those animals. What is my biggest fear? I don't know, if we're talking like physical or living beings, my biggest fear are snakes. Like I can't, I won't. If you mention the snake, I ain't with it. Movies with snakes, whenever there's a snake scene, I'm always like this, because I can't. Just the thought of a snake makes me want to cry. But my biggest like fear overall is failure, and like failing my mom, I think, is one of my biggest fears. My grandma or my mom dying before I get to give them back half of what they've given me, because everything I do for them. So like I want to be in a place where I can take care of them before they die, and if I don't get to do that, I'll feel like I failed at life. What is your favorite color, and what are 3 words you would use to describe it? Purple, blue, and black are like my OG, like never changing like favorite colors. And then my current color that I'm super into right now is yellow / gold, which might just end up becoming a staple altogether. Those are my favorite colors. Blue is just, I just only like, when all the girls liked pink, I liked blue. I think it's really pretty, like all shades of blue. Purple, I like how it's almost close to black, but like not, and purple represents royalty, and like So I just really like purple. I think purple is powerful yet subtle at the same time. And I think that's kind of what my personality is. I'm bold when need be, but like subtle, like I'm humble. And I think purple's like a balance of both. Black, it's black. I mean, who doesn't like black? I don't know. I just love black. Black makes everything look better in my opinion. Just saying. Yellow and gold. I feel like yellow and gold just makes my skin pop. And before I never liked yellow. I never liked bright colors, and I never wore black. I never wore bright colors. But I got into yellow, and I realized how much I like it on my skin. And I kind of got out of my shell. I felt like I needed to blend in and like not wear bold colors. But I like yellow and gold a lot, and I'm probably always wearing gold accessories. Ooh. This question says, have you ever been in an entanglement before, and can you describe it? If you're watching this, you don't know about the Jada and August entanglement situationship, then you need to click out, go research that a little bit, and then come back so the question will make sense. Yes, I've been in a few entanglements. I'm gonna say a handful. I will not go into detail about my entanglements, but they are very interesting dynamic. I mean, 10 out of 10 would not recommend. They aren't for the weak. But I mean, if you with it and the person you're entangling with is with it, then like it's cool. All right, next question. All right, this one's chill. What are you majoring in? I majored, past tense, in exercise science. My basis in exercise science, and currently I'm getting my master's in public health with the community health education emphasis and a health policy certificate. But to follow up, the person asked, if you were to change your major, what would you change it to? I don't know. I sometimes I wonder that, because I always feel like I end up pursuing the wrong thing. But if I were to change it, it'd probably be something psychology related. And I also would probably minor, if I were to go back and do minor grad again and keep my same major, I'd minor in something where I'm able to use my creative outlet or have a creative outlet, whether that's like digital media, graphic design, communications of some sort. I think I would be more intentional about making sure that I'm feeding into things that I thoroughly enjoy that aren't necessarily a career path option. My favorite college experience? To be super cliche, it's meeting my best friends, and like my best friends that are gonna be my best friends for the rest of my life type of best friends. I went to a private Christian school, and we had curfew, and one of my favorite parts was sneaking out of my dorm after curfew check so that I can go do things I have no business doing. But someone asked me, I will not name who, but she knows who she is because she messaged me about it, talking about when you gonna make a video answer my question, because she know her question is out of pocket. Have I ever had white penis? Her words were wee wee. Question implies that I've engaged in a certain type of physical activity, and it also implies it was probably with a white counterpart. I'm not self-incriminating. That's what I'm not gonna do. What if my mom watched this video? All right, moving right along. Someone asked, what piece of advice would you give to your younger self? I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm still so young that like I need to wait like 10 more years to give my 20 virgin-year-old self some advice. My younger self? That's a hard question. And I don't want to say be yourself, but I think I spent a lot of my childhood trying to mask myself or dilute myself to fit into certain groups of people. So to my younger self, I just tell her to just be you. The right people will either stick around. Well, no, the right people stick around and the wrong people leave. That's just how that is. What's one thing I hate the most about my master's program? The thing I hate the most is the lack of diversity and being one of the 2 token black girls in the program. Yeah, that's what I hate about my program. I hate that public health, just like our program specifically, I don't know what other programs look like, talk so much about diversity and inclusion and equity, and like we just don't have that. We don't live up to what we preach about, and I have a very hard time with that because everyone talks so much about like equity, diversity, and inclusion, and then you have 2 black students in your program. Well, what are you doing? Someone said to do something on the Enneagram. I don't know what I'm supposed to do on the Enneagram. I think, hold on, there might have been a follow-up question that asked me, how do I know someone else had asked me, how do I know so much about the Enneagram? I am so educated on it because the Enneagram is, I don't want to say, well, yeah, if I had to pick a subject that it would fall into, it'd be psychology. Like I said, I always enjoyed psychology. I always joined like personality theories. I always enjoyed like just how we function and why we function how we function, and how the brain works and why it works the way it does. And I think the Enneagram is a newer outlet of how people are figuring themselves out and learning their strengths and weaknesses and who they are and why they are, how they function. So I have a book about the Enneagram. I follow lots of Enneagram pages. I'm really into it, and I like talking about it with my friends, and it's just something I personally enjoy. Asked me to do, well, they said, what are all of your tattoos? Please show and explain each one. I'm gonna do a whole different video on that, so if you want to see a video on my tattoos, I have 12. I have 12 tattoos, right? I have 12 tattoos, so I think I'm gonna do a whole different video on that. We're gonna be here all day talking about my tattoos. So if you want to see a video about my tattoos, give this video a thumbs up so that I know, and also comment. Someone asked, what kind of economical impacts would you launch for the community? Like, what do you, like, if I had to open a business for the community, what would it be? I'm gonna go with that. Great question. Growing up in undergrad, I wanted to open my own business of a wellness center, but specifically for women, and more specifically for minority women, because like I said, exercise is my background. I really wanted to work with low SES minority women and like health and exercise and like wellness, and just like provide them with a safe place to be able to come in and work out and get nutritional help and have like personal trainers, and like it's an environment for them. And probably in due time I'd open it to it would be all for all women in general, but like my emphasis would be on Black women of color, and I feel like women deserve their own safe environment to come in and work out. And I feel like women who can't afford personal trainers or dietitians or nutritionists deserve to have a place where they can come in and get the same help of just how to live healthy, so something of that nature is what I initially wanted to do. I mean, I guess, and maybe I still want to, but if I had to open a business, it'd probably be like a gym / wellness center or something like that. That's another tattoo question. Of all your tattoos, which one is your favorite? I don't know. They all have a story, and like all the stories are my favorite. That's hard. I'll think about this and then I'll answer it in my tattoo video. Someone said one has to go, Lil Wayne or Chris Brown, and why? And I hate this question so much, and I don't want to answer it so much because the person who actually knows that Chris Brown and Lil Wayne are like my two. Lil Wayne was / is. Lil Wayne need to go to a therapist. Are like my two favorite artists, like ever since I was young. Like everyone knows I'm a Chris Brown stan, and if you want to bring up him, Rihanna, have that conversation with someone else, like whatever, because I can go on all day about it. But one has to go. Who would I dismiss? Like Lil Wayne, like Chris Wayne. Okay, I've decided. This is hypothetical, so I don't know why I'm taking this, but this hurt. Like this question really hurt me. I would get rid of Lil Wayne. Oh, because Lil Wayne is a rapper. He's known for rapping. Rapping is what he does. Chris Brown is a performer. He's a singer. He can rap. He's a he's a content creator. Like, he has his own business. Like, I can get more for my buck. Is basically what I'm trying to say with Chris Brown than I can Lil Wayne. And like, Chris Brown has music that can fit all of my moods. Lil Wayne has a very specific mood. But like, I can listen to Chris Brown all day. And like, if I want to listen to something that's more hype and that's Hood Johnny gonna come out, then like, he got me covered. If I need something that's a little more intimate, he got me covered. If I need something that's just a cute little hype jam or something appropriate, he got me covered. Lil Wayne go from 0 to 100. There's no middle with him. Breakfast or coffee hacks? I don't really hacks. I don't really do anything hackish, I don't think. I'd have to think about that. And because I'm like vegan-ish, there's not a lot of hacks of veganism that I've found helpful for me. Best card games and why? Phase 10 is my favorite card game. Yes, that is my favorite card game. I don't feel like I need to explain why. It just is. It is because I said so. What's the most country thing you've seen in Tennessee? I don't know. I feel like everything about Tennessee is country. Because I'm from Florida, and you know how we always say like Florida is like the most southern state geographically, but like the least southern in culture. Someone asked, how do you keep your hair color so vibrant? I don't wash my hair a lot. There's a lot of questions. I might have to make just 2 videos because phew, okay. Someone asked, how's my love life? Someone asked, why is Thanksgiving my favorite holiday? And then Princey said, giving you a chance to show its love. So this is a really good friend of mine. Me and him got in a heated debate about holiday. And like, I don't think Thanksgiving is my favorite, but like, I would just like for it to be as equally important as Christmas is. Or like, why aren't there Thanksgiving songs or Thanksgiving carols or Thanksgiving parties, but then like Christmas happens and the whole effing month is Christmas? You know, like, I don't really think I have a favorite holiday at all, to be honest. I don't know. I think holidays are a scam if you let it be a scam, and that's just where I'm at. So I don't really have a favorite, but like, Thanksgiving definitely needs to be recognized some more, and that's just, I like Thanksgiving. And I think it's because like I was born 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, so like my birthday and Thanksgiving has always kind of just flowed. Someone asked, what is your skincare routine? That's also a very complex question because I have a very thought out, I have a skincare routine. I can do a video on it, but I'm not about to sit here and run through everything that I use and when and how I do it, because that's just a lot. Someone said, what the F is up with Florida? Current favorite artist. If I go on my phone right now and I play music, see, I don't even have one favorite artist. I have multiple. So for you to sit here and tell me what's my current favorite, I'm gonna have a list for you. Right now I have Juice WRLD and Pop Smoke's album in rotation. I always have Khalid in rotation. I have Wale in rotation. I have 6 Black in rotation. As of right now, those are like the 5 people that I'm listening to most frequently. Oh, and Maverick City. What was your first ever concert experience like? My first concert was Trey Songz. That's wild. I was senior year of high school, and if you know Trey Songz, then you already know what that concert experience was like. Favorite date that I've been on? None of them were my favorite. Yeah, no. They all kind of sucked. Someone asked what's my favorite TV show? Here's the thing, I don't watch a lot of TV. My favorite TV show, probably the originals. I really liked Dexter. I loved All American, Law & Order SVU, Criminal Minds, and 24 are like staple, like OG favorite shows. Where's one place you've always wanted to travel to? I've always wanted to go to Spain. I always want to go to Barcelona, Spain, because that's where Cheetah Girls 2 was at, and ever since then I told myself I was getting married there. And that's like probably like number 1 on my list. Next tattoo idea. I don't know. I think I'm good for right now. Like, I don't have anything that's like next on my list. I know where I want my list to be. I really want one like on the back of my neck, / like a spine tattoo. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I know that's someplace I really want one to be at. Someone said favorite makeup brand. I don't know. I'm trying to think of my makeup right now. I think I own a good mix of makeup. I own a lot of Too Faced. I really like Too Faced. Complexion wise, I really like Too Faced. I just feel like they have a very great color range. I really like Fenty. I have quite a few Fenty stuff over there too. And I like ColourPop. ColourPop's cool. I have a few of their things. I like ColourPop's concealer, and I do like ColourPop's eyeshadows. But complexion is Too Faced and Fenty, and then like eyeshadows and other things is probably like Morphe and ColourPop. For lip glosses and lipsticks, I use a lot of NYX lip products and Fenty lip products. Someone said, how'd you get so badass? I just woke up one day and was like, damn, I'm a badass. And then my life changed. Oh, my best friend about to get real mad at me. So he asked me, how do you feel about the color aquamarine, and did you enjoy the movie? I thought it was Aquaman. Let me Google something real quick. Yeah, Aquaman with Jason. It has to be that one you're talking about, because that other one, I don't think you even seen it. Aquamarine is a great color. It's in the blue category, so. And did I enjoy the movie? I haven't watched the movie. Someone asks, what is your go-to breakfast? Peanut butter banana toast. So you get your toast and you toast it. That's what makes it toast. Put some peanut butter on that, and then put some sliced bananas on that, and then drizzle a little honey on that, and that is my go-to breakfast. How has the transition from a Christian college to a state college affected your faith? In a lot of ways, and I feel like in a lot of growing ways, because going to a Christian school, you can almost assume, I say almost, I know, like almost in the sense of, you can almost assume the person you're talking to is most likely Christian. Most likely, or believes in God, or believes in something while they're there. But going to a public school, you literally cannot assume that. Like, you can't, whenever I bring something up, I have to make a disclaimer like, oh, I'm a faith, I'm Christian, I believe in God, and then lead into whatever comment or statement I was gonna make, or so it won't make sense. But being at a Christian school is kind of, I never really had to second guess. Like, I never had to give a disclaimer before making a statement in relation to my faith, because I'm in a place where we were freely allowed to do that. I'm not saying I can't freely do so in a public, like in a state school, but you can't assume that the person you're talking to is of faith. So it also forces you to be more confident in your faith and just know who you are in Christ. I think is also very challenging. because it's easy to go through the motions, and I don't want to say fake it, but you can fake it till you make it at a Christian school. Like, you have opportunity to do all the things that make you look more Christian, and no one really challenges your faith as much as they would at a state school, where it's like, oh, you believe in God? Why? Or you're Christian? Why? Or I heard about this? Why? And I feel like going to state school really helped me solidify what I believe in, versus I believed in it because I was in a place that drowned me in it, and now I'm in a place where if I don't even bring it up, it won't come up at all, or people will ask questions as to why. Or so I think that has helped me grow, because now I'm like, no, like, now that I'm no longer in a Christian bubble and I go to state school, my faith in God is the same, if not stronger. And like, it definitely helped me realize that like I believe in God, not because I was in a school that told me I should, but because I know him for myself. So like, I think in that confirmation from going to a state school is what has affected my faith. I think it's a lot stronger. This is the final question. What is the best thing non-Black allies can do for Black Lives Matter? This question, I don't want to say it's hard, but I think it's more complex than people realize that it is. I think there's a spectrum and different avenues, and everyone has their own avenue. And I feel like it depends on who you are, and I don't want to say who within the community, but what scale of the community you're wanting to be an advocate for the most, or be the most intentional about, or work with the most, or whatever. We all have our avenues that we're, I don't want to say comfortable, because you shouldn't be comfortable in this, and if you are, it's problematic, but everyone has their preferred area of interest or things that they're good at. So like, I feel like some people are very good at protesting. That's their thing. They're out there every single day. I feel like some people are, I don't want to say social media, because social media is very dangerous and get really gray really quick. But I feel like some people are social media activists, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's bad when it becomes performative, and I think social media is very hard to tell who's genuine in their activism and who's performing. But I do think social media is a very good place to also be an advocate for Black voices, and to uplift Black voices, and to raise awareness and shed light onto what's happening in the world, because a lot of people just don't know. But I think some people also use social media as their safety net, in the sense of, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna post this one thing, but then in my own life outside of social media, I'm literally doing nothing. And then there's people that are not into social media, and that are not into being a boots on the ground type of person, but they're very relational, and they're focusing on their personal life and their personal bubble of people, whether their bubble is predominantly white or predominantly Black, or only has one Black person. They're making sure that the Black people in their life feel safe. We're not as safe as we present ourselves to be, and we don't feel as safe as we probably present ourselves to be. I know I don't, but I'm very good at presenting myself as such. But I have, like, so they're focusing on their bubble, whether it's their academic bubble, their work bubble, their church bubble. They're making sure that the Black people in their lives know that they have them as a resource, and that they're listening, and that we can just be whenever we're with them, versus feeling like we have to perform a certain way because we're around them as white counterparts. So I think it just looks different for everyone on that spectrum, and it's okay if you're not in every avenue. You don't have to be in every avenue. It probably isn't healthy for you to try and be in every avenue. So even in this whole fight, I've kind of have to be like, okay, I'm going to pick and choose my battle for this week, or pick and choose what avenue I'm going to be a part of, whether it's for this week or for this next couple days or this month or whatever. Just make sure that I'm still taking care of myself. So I feel like as non-Black allies, or white allies, or other persons of color allies, it's just to do your part and to be consistent in doing your part. I think consistency is something that is always missing. Like, if you've gone to one protest, you've posted a couple things for a few days, or you reached out to your one Black friend or your Black friends one time since Black lives became trendy, then you're not doing your part, and you're not a part of that consistency that we need, or that intentionality that we need, because the race, like, is not over. Like, it's not. And it won't be over until my life matters as much as yours does, not just to you, but to the whole country, and that in itself should let you know we have a long ways to go. So as long as you're continuously doing your part in whatever avenue you choose to endeavor, then that's good. Or if you choose to hop on a different avenue for a little while, that's also, like, you can explore. You don't have to stick with one if you choose one, but as long as you're consistently doing something in whatever avenue that looks like for you, then like that's all I can. That's just don't stop. A lot of people have stopped, and it's sad and annoying, but I guess it just be like that. But that was the last question. All my social medias will be in my description. The black business that I shouted out today will also be in my description box. So that concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do like 2 parts to this, because this is like an hour video, but I'll see how I feel once I edit it and stuff like that. But if I do only do one part, then like stay tuned for part 2, and make sure you go watch part 2 also. If it's just one long video, my bad. If you watch the entire long video, you a real one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.